Welcome to Gardening with Ben, your go-to podcast for all things green and growing in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned gardener, a budding enthusiast, or just curious about cultivating your own slice of nature, you're in the right place. Join me, Ben, as we explore practical tips, inspiring stories, and the latest trends in gardening to make your outdoor space bloom with life. From allotment adventures to wildlife-friendly gardening, I'm here to help you grow your passion and reap the rewards. So grab your gloves, roll up your sleeves, and let's get started on this year's gardening journey. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gardening with Ben for another brand new podcast. It's Friday. Friday's here. The weekend is finally upon us pretty soon. So what is happening this weekend? It is the big bird watch. Yes, we will be watching the birds, the feathered variety of birds, and we will be counting them to see how many different varieties we see or how many birds come down at once. And it's quite hard. Obviously, you will they say that it's best to capture within an hour how many birds you see at one time, and because obviously you'll see a blue tit come, have some seed, and then it'll fly off again, but it's how many birds you see in one go is how it counts, I believe. I need to read up on that. But what can we do for the birds in our garden? How can we encourage the birds to come down? And what is the purpose of bothering to feed the birds in our garden? As obviously, I love seeing the birds down at my allotment. I was down at the allotment last weekend, and all I could hear was the birds singing. It was absolutely beautiful. And obviously, there's not many birds around at the moment because some are migrated, etc. Some are hibernating. And yeah, you don't see as many birds around at this time of year, but the birds that you do see are absolutely gorgeous. And we had the robin come down in my shed at the weekend, and it just sat there, and I managed to get a fantastic photo. If you've not seen that photo, check it out. It's on my Instagram and on my Facebook. And my goal this weekend is going to be to try and get a robin to come and land in my hand and take a photo of it. That is what I want to try and do. That would make an absolutely fantastic photo. But robins are really, really tame. So hopefully we will get that robin to land in his hand and get that photo. And obviously, different birds like different seed or varieties out there. Obviously, you've got your fat balls, which your robins like, your blue tits like. You've got your mealworms, which robins again like. You've got your sunflower seeds, and you've got your peanuts as well. There's many different varieties out there. You can also help the birds, the blackbirds that are, and get some sultanas and maizens. They absolutely love them. So I purchased some sultanas and maizens this weekend to put out for them because I love seeing the blackbirds as well. The blackbirds make a lovely singing sound while you're down there. We used to have some blackbirds in our old house garden, and you used to walk down garden and they used to like fly at you because they've got some babies in a nest nearby. They were really, really protective of the babies, the blackbirds. But why should we encourage birds to our garden? Well, the reason why we need to encourage the birds to the garden is because they are natural predators. They will come and they will eat the slugs in your garden. So if you've got lots of birds coming down in your garden, the chances are they'll fly into one of your vegetables and get the slugs, the insects out of your vegetables and out of your flowers. So obviously attracting the birds to your garden is another thing. But there is downsides. Obviously, they can attract rats, they can attract mice, they can attract squirrels to your garden. I don't mind squirrels in my garden. I absolutely love seeing the squirrels. Yes, they can be a pain. They can pull stuff up and can eat some stuff, and they can eat all your seed in your seed feeders and all the peanuts. but I don't mind seeing the squirrels down in my garden. And obviously, we've got a cat on our allotment site, so if there's rats and mice around, the cat will catch them. So everything works in its own way. Obviously, if you've got it in your garden, you don't necessarily want rats and mice in your garden, do you? But I don't mind on my allotment as long as nothing's harming me. I'm all for the wildlife in the garden. And I'm going to try and do more to encourage the wildlife in our garden. And one of the things what I did last weekend is I must have spent about £30 on bird stuff. This is my hobby. At the end of the day, I'd rather spend money on my allotment than waste it away on rubbish. So we've been obviously we've purchased some peanuts, we've purchased some bird seed, we've purchased some sunflower seed, we've purchased 5 new bird feeders. Yes, 5. So I'll have about 9 up in total. So hopefully we'll be getting the birds flocking to our allotment and enjoying them. We've bought some suet balls. We've bought some suet blocks to put in our suet block holders because we've got some new ones of those this year, so we need to fill them up. We've also got some raisins and sultanas because we want to feed the blackbirds down at the allotment. I want to see more blackbirds down at my allotment. And obviously the different types of bird seed can attract different birds. So I'm hoping to start attracting the greenfinches and chaffinches. As obviously I always see the blue tits and the robins down there, but I don't often see the chaffinches or greenfinches down there. So hopefully we'll get lots more varieties of birds coming and hopefully helping them and looking after them, because that's what we want to do. We want to attract the birds down to our allotment. I absolutely love it. We've got up 3 bird houses now. We've got 2 up for blue tits and we've got 1 up for sparrows as well. And I'm looking at investing in getting some robin houses as well. So obviously they're nesting nearby because we've got lots of robins down on our plot. So they're obviously nesting somewhere. But what I want to do is try and attract more and more birds to my garden. And I'm even looking at getting a owl house because my allotment is like not too far away from like woods and stuff. And it's pretty an open site. So if I could attract an owl to our site, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So if anybody's got any owl houses, let me know. I've had a look online, I've researched them, and I just fancy having an owl on my plot. Because I've got my wildlife cameras up and everything now. So to see an owl on one of my wildlife cameras, it'd be phenomenal. But we can try different things. There's plenty of different houses out there for different birds to come and visit the plot. I just want to do my little bit and encourage the wildlife. And like I said, I've not got a garden. My allotment is my garden. So I don't mind investing in putting money into my plot and enjoying the rewards, as it's the thing that helps me with my mental health. So I hope that you're all going to get involved in the big bird watch this weekend. Even if it's just buying 1 bird feeder, as if you're wanting to get involved, like I went to Morrison's and their bird feeder were £5 and it comes filled with seed. So you can just go out and get one of those and stick it up. And if you're wanting to get involved with it on Saturday and Sunday, put it out on Friday and a few days before the big bird watch, and then the birds will be able to find it and see it. And then you'll be able to get involved in the big bird watch at the weekend. And let me know how you get on. Let me know what birds you see in your garden. I'd love to hear what you get. And hopefully we'll get some good footage down at the allotment tomorrow, because that's what we want. Some decent footage and some great photos. So until next time, everyone, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Gardening with Ben. I hope you've enjoyed our chat and picked up some tips to help your garden and allotment thrive. Don't forget to stay connected with me on all social media for even more gardening inspiration, updates and behind the scenes content. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Just search Gardening with Ben. Hit that follow button or subscribe button and join our growing community of garden lovers. Until next time, everyone, remember, Keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben.